on News Talk 105.9 WMAL.
O'Connor and Company.
It's 8:06 now on O'Connor and Company this Monday morning as we are all fired up, taking you right up to the 9 o'clock hour when Chris Plant takes over. It's Larry O'Connor alongside the effervescent Julie Gunlock. Good morning, Julie.
Good morning.
Speaking of effervescent, Winsome Sears is a powerhouse. She's the Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, and she, like the Governor and Attorney General, are all in on tomorrow's Election Day, and she joins us right now. Lieutenant Governor Sears, always good to speak with you, ma'am.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Julie. Good morning, Larry. Good morning to your listeners. It's a great day. Tuesday is coming.
Let's go. Listen, you guys have been making the point that this isn't about Election Day. This is about election month and a half as all this early voting is coming in. With this push that you've had to make sure Republicans secure their vote, get out early, do you have any data that you can share with us in terms of how the Republican vote is looking right now compared to previous years?
Yes. So, Larry, you know, and this is a very shocking number, that when we won in 2021, there were 500,000 Republicans the very next year who did not show up for the congressional races. My goodness gracious, 500,000 Republicans. And so as a result, we went after trying to bring them in, because these are the folks who don't ever vote unless it's a presidential cycle or a gubernatorial cycle. And we've been finding that we are really hitting a mark, and they've heard the message, enough of them. So we've got, a certain percentage that have become, either they're doing absentee ballots, which is what we've been saying to them, or they're actually doing early voting, and so we're hoping that the numbers that we're looking at hold, and we'll get to Tuesday in a very, very good position. So we're looking good.
All right.
Yeah. And what are you hearing about that early voting? Is there any sort of advanced sort of word out there about the rates of Republicans showing up early to vote?
Well, this is what we're saying. It's good because, if the people who we've encouraged to go ahead and sign up for the absentee ballots, if they're the ones that would have normally voted on Election Day anyway, we're not really doing any good there. And if they're the ones who are actually also coming in to vote early, well, no. But we are finding that, no, there are people who understand there are stakes that are too high for you to keep sitting this out. I mean, what are we talking about? We're talking about something just as small as the Democrats have said, taxes. I remember that when we were getting ready to get this budget through, finally, after 7 months, we should have had the budget. But because the Democrats are playing around, playing politics, not wanting to give, as they said, Governor Youngkin a win, this is nonsense. So the maid at the hotel recognized me, and she asked me, am I going to get my $200 refund that y'all have been talking about? But here's the thing. Just 3 weeks before, the Democrats were saying it was just a little bit of money. Nobody, is going to really miss it. Let's spend the whole thing, all $3.6 billion that we found, just spend the whole thing. Well, let me tell you something. We got her that money, and you know what? $200 may be a little bit of money to some people. It's a whole lot of money to her. And frankly, Julie, it's a whole lot of money to me, too. Because if I see $200 flowing down the street, I'm flowing down right after it.
Well, and not to mention the fact, Lieutenant Governor Sears, it's our money.
It's our money.
That doesn't matter if it's a little bit. If it's $10, if it's our money, give it back to us. I want you to listen to this. Nancy Pelosi joined your pal, the state senator Louise Lucas, for a message to Democrats. And, you and the governor and the attorney general and all the Republican candidates have been talking about this positive message and things you can do for voters, for taxes, for parents in the classroom. Listen to the only message the Democrats have.
Hello, Virginia voters. This is Nancy Pelosi.
And Louise Lucas.
Reminding you to vote on Tuesday, November 7th.
From attacking our freedoms to trying to jail women and their doctors, mega Republican extremists are out of control.
There you go.
Democrats have momentum.
They go right into it there, Lieutenant Governor Sears, you MAGA Republican extremist. It's all about abortion and throwing women in jail for abortion.
Doctors, yeah.
Has anybody asked Nancy Pelosi when are they going to start cleaning up the filth, the literal feces, that are lining the streets and the businesses and people's front of their homes?
Yep.
Has anybody asked her when are they going to take care of the crime? Has anybody asked Nancy Pelosi when is she going to take care of the people who are leaving because they just can't handle the schools being a problem also? I mean, why don't you take care of your own backyard before you start talking about us, Mrs. Pelosi?
Yeah. And
you've got enough problems of your own. Handle that first, and maybe we'll listen to you.
Yeah, amen. And, the other thing that Nancy Pelosi always seems to avoid is the idea that there are Democrats in Virginia, Elizabeth Guzman for one, who wanted to put parents in jail if they didn't affirm their child's new identity. It is really scary. And I think for parents need to remember some of the stuff that was said just a couple years ago and this closure of the schools and the extended masking of kids. I mean, Democrats hurt people in this, and Youngkin and you have done nothing but helping parents and therefore helping kids. No one's talking about that.
Well, the only advice I want from Nancy Pelosi is what stocks I should buy. What trades I should buy. That's the only good advice she can give to us because, that $200 refund, I'll know where to invest it. But here's the thing. You talk about education. Our children, this is what this is about.
Yep.
We are no less than preserving America for the next generation. And I want to know as a parent, when did I sign the dotted line saying that I give all my rights to the school system? Do what you want with my child and just bring Johnny back home without, telling me what problems that you've helped to create, what policies, school boards you have put in place, which will separate my family. And I'm wondering what's going on with my child.
Yep.
Lieutenant Governor, this is for those voters who did not vote early and they've waited for tomorrow. The big day is tomorrow. Make your final pitch here. And specifically, since you are Lieutenant Governor, you preside over the state Senate. If you can swing that Senate to a majority of Republicans, what do you plan to do? What will the agenda look like?
Ladies and gentlemen of Virginia, you're going to be going out to vote tomorrow. I want you to not forget where we have come from. You see that businesses are coming to Virginia. Businesses are expanding in Virginia. Businesses aren't leaving, and it's because they see that there is a path for success. And businesses, ladies and gentlemen, as you know, are job creators. They help to provide the beautiful things we like in Virginia, the roads, the schools, the bridges, the quality of life. They are the job creators. When it comes to your child's education, you know that your children need a hope in the future. Trust us to do that for them. You know that we value their education. You know that we want test scores that are extremely high because it means that they are learning, and we will help to get that done. But we need to have scores that are not finagled with. We don't lower the scores in order to make the child look good. Yep. No, we want the child to succeed. You know that we want security. We cannot defund the police, and believe it or not, ladies and gentlemen, they are trying to go back there.
Yep.
Now, some of you are Democrats, and you understood that the Democrats had gone too far. Your party had gone too far, and you decided you were going to put your hope and your trust in these three people and the House, and you brought us in. And independents, you did the same because you understand that there's common sense out there, that there is not divisiveness that is necessary in order for us to get along. We were tired of playing these racial games, black against white and all this. You were tired of it. You just want to be able to live in peace. Folks, you don't have to ask yourself what absolute power looks like when Democrats have it. We know they took absolute control of our lives. They shut down our schools. They shut down our commerce. They shut down our security. And they even shut down our various houses of worship. Ladies and gentlemen, this is America. I have never seen anything like it. And finally, there are some politicians who shake your hands before elections and shake your confidence to the core afterwards. Let's not vote for those people. Let's vote for those people who want to live and let live, who want common sense to rule the day. God bless you, and God bless us come Election Day.
There you go. She is America's Lieutenant Governor. Winsome Sears. All right, get back out there and do more campaigning, Lieutenant Governor Sears. You got, 36 hours left.
Great
Thanks.
talking to you.
Onward to victory. Victory for